Cooking at Pam's Place. I'm Chef Pam and we're getting ready to make a shrimp and bacon loaded baked potato. Oh my goodness, this baked potato is just running over with goodness. And if you want to learn how to make all kind of homemade food and dishes, easy, simple, made from scratch, take a second and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on that notification bell so you won't miss anything. And then just keep hanging around the channel. Watch a few videos or two because I have a whole channel full of recipes that'll get you there. Let's get busy. We are back and we are going to go over our shrimp and bacon loaded baked potato ingredients. Don't worry, you won't miss anything because I will have all the ingredients and how to make this loaded shrimp and bacon baked potato in the description. Okay, the first thing you're gonna need is a nice big fat russet potato. Look how big this is. Put it in my hand. I can't even get my whole hand around it. So get the biggest potato you want. Now, if you're making more than one, I'll have the ingredients down in the description for about 2 baked potatoes. You can multiply it from there. I'm using 3 different types of cheddar cheese. I've got white cheese in here. I've got just regular cheddar cheese. I've got Wisconsin cheddar cheese. And I'm using pepper jack cheese. I'm also using a little cream cheese. Oh my goodness. I've got some cooked and crumbled bacon. We've got some, oh, can't forget that, duck fat for the outside of our baked potato. Now recently, a couple of videos ago, I did a crispy skin baked potato. Oh my goodness, that potato skin was delicious. I'll link that at the end of this video. Be sure to check that one out too. If you do not have duck fat, this is what I am using. Use some bacon grease. It'll work too, just as well. You're gonna need some heavy cream. Oh, and the star of the show, the second star of the show is still in the refrigerator, shrimp. So we'll be bringing that out in a second. A few seasonings, some green onions. I have my own all-purpose seasoning here. We'll be using that as well. And I've got a little lemon and some butter. Okay, that's about it. We're gonna go ahead and get started on this shrimp and bacon loaded baked potato. Let's go. After washing and scrubbing it, so the first thing we want to do is prepare our potato. I am going to poke holes all through it because it is going into the microwave. We are not going to actually do this one in the oven today. It's a time saver. You can absolutely do it in the oven if you like. We're going to take the shortcut and put it in the microwave. So make sure you poke holes all over it with a small paring knife or a fork, so that you can have the steam release. Now this is a huge potato, and so I'm going to use the potato setting on my microwave. If you have one, go ahead and do that. If not, start off with 5 minutes. And if you're not able to see that it's done just by pushing on it, it should be firm but slightly bendable or slightly pliable at that time. Then put it in for another 3 or 4 minutes. So after you poke the holes all through it, I'm going to then wrap it up in a damp paper towel. We'll put this in the microwave, let it cook, and we'll be back. So while our potato is cooking, we're going to go ahead and prepare our shrimp. I like to go in with a little lemon juice first, all over. And then we're going to season it up. This is my all-purpose seasoning. If you don't, well, you don't have this because it's not available to you yet, but you can simply use onion powder, garlic powder, a little salt and pepper, or your favorite seasonings. I like to do this generously on my shrimp. And we're going to head over to the stove and get these cooked up. So the first thing we want to do is go in with a couple of tablespoons of butter in our skillet for our shrimp. Get that melted really good. Lay our shrimp right down in here. Cook these for about 2 minutes on each side. Okay, our shrimp are ready to come out. We're going to use this same skillet to make our sauce for our shrimp and bacon loaded baked potatoes. So we just want to scrape up some of this, just a little bit there, just like that. And we're going to go in with some chicken broth. Oh my goodness, this is smelling amazing already. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Ooh, this smells delicious. You want all that flavor off the bottom of your skillet. Then we're going to go in with a little heavy cream. This is going to be so amazing. Give that a stir. And we're going to let this come up to a boil a little bit, and then we're going to reduce it and let it simmer. Now that we're up to a boil, I'm going to go in and add just a little bit more seasoning in there. Just a little bit. We want everything to have a lot of flavor. As our sauce seems to thicken some, go ahead and add in some of your cheese. I'm adding in the pepper jack here. We want a real rich, thick sauce. Let that cheese melt down in there. Oh my goodness, if you all could just smell this. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming and stopping by. Okay, our potato is done out of the microwave. As you can see, you can press on it, and that's what you want. The first thing we're going to do is brush our potato with our duck fat. Brush it all over because it is still going in the oven. It is still going in the oven, and this, even though it won't be in there for very long, it will give this potato skin an awesome flavor. So don't forget this step. Like I said, if you don't have duck fat, you can use some bacon grease. It will work just as well. First, with our kosher salt all over. Make sure you get all sides because the skin has the nutrition, so you want to eat it. Going in with garlic powder on our skin as well, and a little black pepper on our skin. Oh my goodness, this smells amazing. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, so I'm going to take it off of this dish for a second here so we can open it up. Now, a lot of people open theirs up right down the middle. I like to take the top off of it and create what I call a boat for the potato. So you just want to go gently across the top and get a good slice right off the top. That way, when you fill your potato, you can have a boat and it'll hold all of your potato just a little bit better. So we're going to scoop this out, and I'm actually going to put it back on this tray here. We're going to scoop this out and put our filling into this bowl here. I'm going to use that part as well. So just go ahead and scoop all of your potato out and get it in the bowl. Okay, so now we're going to make our filling for our potato. We're going in with about 4 tablespoons of butter. This is partially melted butter. Our cream cheese. Get all of this in there. We're also going to add in some sour cream. I'm going to go ahead and combine this in really, really well. You don't want your potatoes mashed. You can mash them if you want, but they should be soft enough that when you're combining them, they'll break up a little bit. If not, you want to just go in and take a fork. If you have any lumps in there, just mash it a little bit with a fork. You don't want mashed potatoes. You do want them to be a little lumpy. Now we're going to go in again with some of our house seasoning. I'm also going to put in some of these crumbled bacon in here, as well as a few scallions. Guys, this is loaded. Loaded, loaded, loaded. Amazing, amazing. This is going to be delicious. If you could just smell it. Okay, I'm adding a little of my pepper jack cheese in here. It's time for us to go ahead and load up our baked potato. going in the bottom of the potato with a little seasoning. So gonna put some cheese down here on the bottom as well. Going in on the very bottom with a little bit of the sauce. We want this layered in here. We're gonna go in, stuff in our potato. Oh my goodness. Add a little bit more bacon around. And at this point, you have so much potato in here, you can just kind of sit your toppings on here wherever you want them. Shrimp in here. Then we're going to top it off with our cheese. Oh my goodness. Delicious, delicious, delicious. Cheese on top. One more little drizzle of sauce right across the top. Okay, we're gonna go under the broiler until this cheese is good and melty, and we'll be back. Okay guys, we are all done. Doesn't that look amazing? Oh my goodness, and you know I have to have a little green in there, so I'm gonna garnish it with a few little scallions. Doesn't that look amazing? Oh my goodness, if you guys could smell it. If you all got anything out of this video at all, please give it a thumbs up. It's going to help me and the algorithm and help more people find this wonderful loaded shrimp and bacon baked potato. Oh my goodness. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today in my kitchen. Oh my goodness, and I will see you next time. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise.